Hi, I'm Denny Douds, a former head football coach here at East Stroudsburg University. All right, today we're going to talk a little bit and take you on a little tour of the locker room that was established in 1968 when they opened the Kaler Fieldhouse. We have a locker here called the Warrior, and that's number one. The game of football is not played by one person. It's played by a lot of people doing a lot of different tasks to be able to be successful. And so we said, we're never going to give that number out. However, our number one people are former players that played for us. And the Warrior Locker meant that every one of our alums that played for us always had a locker in the locker room. If you're an offensive lineman, you have to wear a number between 50 and 79. Well, you figure out where 50 and 79 were located, and then you'd have all the offensive linemen in that particular area. So sometimes, maybe in this particular bin right here, where they had 30 guys, those linemen, and maybe they did look like sardines at times. There's so many memories in here, you couldn't write a book, you'd have to write an encyclopedia. When we won our first championship under my reign here in 1975, and one of the uncles of one of our players thought that was the same as the NFL. They had, let's say, some beverages that maybe you're not supposed to partake on a college campus, and particularly if you're under 21. And they were stacked up against the walls. And they were in here, by the time we got here, it was all over the place. And I said, hey guys, I hate to put a damper on this, but none of you guys are going to be in school on Monday if this thing continues to persist as it does right now. So all the guys, they got their towels, they put them up over the cases, and they carried them out to this guy's uncle's pickup truck. And they put it all in there, covered it up, and then came in here and cleaned the locker room after winning a state championship. Unbelievable. So we have laughed in here, we have celebrated in here, we've cried in here, and hey, we became a football team in here as well. Since 1950, we've had Jack Gregory, Charlie Reese, Denny Douds, and Jim Terwilliger. Okay, almost 70 years. The average life of a head football coach in college football is 5 years. But that's the heritage, that's the tradition, and that's the legacy that we have here at East Stroudsburg University. As we walk in the drying room right here, when practice is over and you've thrown all the stuff you want to get clean in the bins, you bring your helmet, your shoulder pads, maybe shoes. And you hang it on this gadget right here. All right, this gadget right here is what hooks. In fact, I'll bet you there's not one person who sees this video that probably didn't use one of these things. Those are original. They're 50-some years old. Our wall of champions right here, everybody that ever played for the Warriors that won a PSAC championship is named on this wall right here. And the reason we do that is that every player that walks through this door here and they look at the wall, that's an example of where they want to have their names someday as well. You would be amazed the number of dads that bring their sons in and point to their name. And now it's not uncommon to see the grandfathers come in and show their grandsons and granddaughters where their name is when they won a championship as a young buck. We have a plaque here, and the players did this. Dr. Richard Dick Kruger, a true warrior. And Dick was our team dentist. And he went on to become one of the great kicking coaches, first kicking coach in our program. And along with that, when he passed, there were 11 punters and 11 kickers that showed up at his funeral. And we're talking people that had tryouts for the NFL, not one, but maybe as many as 5 of them. And so that's how people in our community get involved. You're not just an individual. You're coming into a family. Now you want to have some fun? Go recruit an athlete, bring them in, and here comes mom and here comes dad, and you look down the hall and there might be somebody there barebutt running across through that right there, and you say, excuse me, and eventually we put a curtain up. One time when I think somebody on campus got a great deal on paint, particularly from the United States Navy. They painted it that battleship gray. You talk about coming into a place that looked, I don't want to say it looked like a dungeon, but it was close. This is the room that they're going to convert into the new Warrior locker room. Now, this used to be the visiting team room. If you see this locker right here, we probably beat this team about 55-6. Okay, this locker over here, we probably beat this team maybe 28-14. This is where we need the Warriors' help. We need your help. For Jim to be competitive in the PSAC, where most of the other teams have already done what we're talking about. This is where we need the Warriors' help. We need your help. Great talking today. Look forward to it. When you come by, you make sure you're wearing your red, rooting for the Warriors. Thanks.